what is fitrah? In Arabic, fitrah can refer to nature, how Allah created things in their natural form. The hadith of the Prophet ﷺ further explains it, where he says, no newborn child is born except he's born upon fitrah. Okay, what is the explanation? The Prophet goes on to say, ﷺ, and his parents make him a Christian, a Jew, or a fire worshipper. In this case, we can understand that fitrah relates to Islam. And to be more specific, to monotheism. So if a child was or were to be born on an island and left alone without any environment influencing him, such as the parents, schools, etc., he would grow up knowing by what Allah has instilled in him, in his nature, that there is only one God that is worthy of being worshipped. Of course, he doesn't speak Arabic. He doesn't know how to pray or to fast. He doesn't know the rules of Sharia. But the fitrah we're talking about is the belief in the existence of one Creator, one Lord, who's only worthy of being worshipped. This is fitrah. This is, in a nutshell, what Islam is all about. Acknowledging the existence of Allah, acknowledging that there is no God worthy of being worshipped but Allah, and to worship Allah according to what He has prescribed for us. This fact that Islam is the religion of fitrah is what drives a lot of the people to accept and revert back to Islam. As soon as they hear one single word, as soon as Islam is introduced to them, they immediately feel that they know what this is. It feels like coming back home, going back to your bases. So they accept Islam. And as Muslims, every single day we read in the Fatiha, in our prayers, asking Allah to guide us to the straight path. This straight path, we find that a lot of the Muslims, let alone non-Muslims, a lot of the Muslims have been misguided. They've deviated from the straight path. A lot of them had fallen into what the Prophet ﷺ had warned us from, and that is to divide into 72 sects or cults. This is obvious. We can see this in the Muslim world. So what are we to do? In this series, as I said, it's not something that is scientific. It's not something that is classical or structured. These are just thoughts that come into my mind, and I'd like to share them with you, hoping that they would act as an eye-opener in order to rectify the errors that the Ummah had fallen into, and to align our lives back again with the straight path, so that we would remain steadfast on the straight path till the day we die. So how are we going to do this? I don't know. It's random thoughts that come. I note them down before I come to give this episode. And inshallah, there will be always room for improvement and You may question and ask what I have stated, maybe challenge what I have stated, and inshallah, through this way, we would hopefully help restoring our path on the straight path and cleansing whatever has gotten into our convictions and beliefs throughout these years. First of all, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, one of the great companions of the Prophet ﷺ, one of the most learned people. The Prophet said ﷺ, if you were, or if you want to learn the Qur'an, take it from four. One of them is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. So this is a high recommendation from the Prophet ﷺ. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, I took over 70 surahs. I've learned them straight from the Prophet's mouth ﷺ. So he did not hear it from someone else. He took it straight from the Prophet ﷺ directly. So he was among the very steadfast companions of the Prophet ﷺ, and he taught generations and generations of the Muslims. He said, learn knowledge, referring to Islam, before it is taken away. And taking it away is by the death of the people that hold it, meaning the scholars. Beware of extravagance. Beware of going deep or innovating in Islam. And always hold on to the old way. What is the old way? He says in another narration, O people, you'll invent new things, and others will invent and innovate new things. So whenever you see something that is new, meaning that we don't remember seeing it before, it is something new, innovated. Whenever you see this, then stick to the first order. So what is the old thing? What is the first order? This is exactly what the scholars of Islam have been preaching and following.